Hi guys, welcome back. So today we have a little bit of PR. So this brand called Mefa, they reached out to me and they asked me if I wanted to try some of their polishes. So this brand is off of Amazon, so you can go check her out. All the stuff will be down below. And one great thing about like Amazon stuff, of course, is that for the most part we get it in like the next day. So I believe this is called the Love Letter Kit. Pretty polishes. So this is the 20+3 kit. Now this is gel polish kit, so they will have to be cured by UV lamp. And this is your base matte top coat and then your top coat. I love how they have the color codes right on the little tops. And then they also have the numbers of them as well. And all of your basic prep needs that you will need to apply and also remove. They have helpful tips, tutorials, and then they have all their contacts. So I thought we would go ahead and swatch. A lot of times I do some sort of art, but I just did a lot of art on one with a kit, so I thought we'd swatch these just to see the colors. I've never tried this brand, so I'm curious to see how the consistency and stuff is, so I definitely want to kind of give that a go. So I have a few swatch sticks here. So let's try number one. Just gonna bring my lamp a little closer. Ooh, that's like a pretty like baby pink. So it has a nice thickness. It's not a thin polish at all, which I like. One coverage. Pretty decent if you ask me. Okay, so we're just going to sit that and put that in the lamp. Let that cure. If the coverage is like that for one coat, I feel like a one coat for swatching is perfectly fine. You get the true essence of the color. And you don't have to worry about doing your two coats. So really that's going to tell us how the polishes are. I'm just grabbing a damping dish. Well, why not use that one right in front of my face? Put a little alcohol in it just for a cleanup solution in case I make a mess. So that is number one. Number two looks like to be a white. Okay. And of course, if this is a nail, you're going to want to prep your nail. This is just swatching. I did not buff up the swatch or anything. I just let it be. Got a fuzzy. I always get a fuzzy. So again, that's one coat. You don't want to go too thick. It's very important. You will have curing issues if you go too thick with any polish. So you just want a good, nice, thin layer. Again, that looks pretty good to me, so might just keep the one. And this is number three. This looks like a coral. Oh, that's gorgeous. So I'm just kind of going like that, and then all that's going to do is kind of shake up a little bit, just to kind of mix it. This looks like a gorgeous coral color. Okay, so this is a little bit thinner, I find, it feels. But if you just give it a minute to kind of self-level, it self-levels beautifully. That's one thin coat with the fuzzy, of course, because you know how we do. Just gonna get those lights a little bit out. It's a little bright. I hope that's a bit better. So I want to actually try, let's just do number 1. Let's do 2 coats. I was only going to do 1, but I want to really see what 2 coats is going to give me just because as we're testing these out. But that is very good coverage for 1. You could almost get away with that, to be honest. Oh. Of course, let's get some on our brush. Not that much. Okay, and that's 2 coats. Like that is a really good coverage. I'm impressed. Okay, so these are 5 ml bottles. So they're small bottles, they're little bottles, but they're kind of a lot easier to store, I do find. But they can have their annoyances as smaller bottles with spilling over. I haven't had that issue yet, which is always nice. Because I ain't gonna lie to you, I spill a lot of things. But, oh gosh, look at that. That's bright. That's like a hazard orange, I would more say. The brushes are very nice too. I'm gonna actually, do want to mention that as I'm, like, it's not leaving the polish streaky at all. It is leveling out very nicely. That is like an orange, it looks, it's weird, it looks more orange on camera and it looks more fluorescent here. But you can kind of see the see-throughness of that a little bit. But for 1 coat, you can hardly see my nail. My nail's black. So that's really good coverage. Okay, we're gonna put that one back. Okay. Now we have the top coat. That is the white. I would probably do, let's just do 2. I think we've done 2 for most of them. Just to fully see. But it was very good coverage even for 1 coat for a white. Ooh, whites are tricky. Whites and blacks are pretty tricky. Even the black though, they have a black in this kit as well. Okay, so we're gonna get number 1. We're gonna top coat. Let's see the consistency of the top coat. Okay. It's nice. It is on the thicker side, but not like thick either. I don't know. I don't like a very thin top coat. I want some coverage, that's for sure. Okay. I don't know what is going on in my life here, but okay. This is this one here. I want to do 2 coats of the number 4. That orange. That's a good orange. Like I said, it looks like a perfect orange in camera, I feel, but it does have a little bit more of that fluorescentness in it in person, so that makes sense. Okay. What do we do? Have like a roll around in a fuzzy party today? Okay. Now we'll just give that fluorescent color a little, just a smidge longer before I would put a top coat on it. So I am finding you have a good fluorescent orange. Here we have a nice pink. Now this pink looks and is a little bit more see-through. It's definitely more of a see-through pink, and that is that color there. That is 2 coats. All of the swatches that I previously did are 2 coats. So that is that color. We have a beautiful red. Now that red was just nicely pigmented. It was not see-through at all. And that is that. So it is a nice color. Okay, let's get this one top coated. Yeah, it's a nice top coat. I like a top coat that kind of does the work for me. Do you know what I mean? Like, it's just smooth. When you put it over, it just smooths and melts into the nail nicely. So I don't know why I'm surprised. Do you know what I mean? Like, I've never tested this brand, so I've never heard any bad things or anything like that about this brand. But like, I'm pleasantly surprised to see like the colors in that, like how pigmented this set is. There is a couple that are a little bit more, like I said, a little bit more see-through, and that is like the pink. The yellow is like that too. That's a nice brown. That's like almost like a purpley brown, I find, though. Looks more brown there, but it does have a hue of purple to it. And then this is like a gorgeous, almost like a pinky purple, but it's so nice and light. So that one is this color here, and it's just like, it's almost like a white with like a smidge of a purpley pink, a little lilac or something. I'm not the best at describing colors, but I try. This is a beautiful like baby blue. Gorgeous color. I love these colors. I feel like so far this set really gives you a good base. So if you're starting out, this, I feel like it covers, let's put that lid back on. It covers like what you would want, like your base colors, right? So this is a nice, like, I don't know, what do they call, like a robin egg blue. It's a gorgeous color as well. And that is how that one came out. And then this is like your go-to dark blue. It's showing up a little darker on camera. I do notice that, but it's a good dark blue for sure. Again, 2 coats. And then this one is a nice, you know, that like bluey purple? That's what I find this gives you. It's definitely purple, but it's not like purple, if you know what I mean. It gives me more of that bluey purple, and that is that one there. Okay, so let's just quickly go over number 1 was this light pink. It's that baby pink. Number 2 was our white. Again, these all had very good coverage. I don't think there was really any, oh, number 4 for sure, I think you would need 2 coats. This is the number 3, which is like the corally pinky orange. It's coming up a little bit more orange on camera, but it definitely, I say, like favors the more pinkier side. And this is a nice hazard orange. It's showing up as like a perfect orange on camera, but it definitely has that more brightness to it on my end. Okay, so where did we leave off? I think we left off here at 13. Now this is definitely a see-through. It reminds me of a jelly. All the way jelly, that's just my opinion, and how it does go over on a swatch. This was 2 coats, and it's still pretty see-through. Again, that well always gets a little, you know how those swatches are, but yeah, so I think it's a really good jelly yellow. but it's not giving me like yellow vibes. It's not pigmented enough to be like a yellow that we know and love in our collection. This is definitely a jelly. So that's 13. Now here we're getting into, okay, well, we're trying to skip ahead. So this is a nice green. Again, this had a little bit of jelliness to it as well. It wasn't as pigmented as I guess I was hoping for, but I think your 3 thin layers and you're perfectly fine. You will get where you need to be to get that beautiful, kind of reminds me, I think it's good for like just like woods, like that nature-y type of green. It looks darker on camera, but it is a nice like pine type of green. So okay, and now we have that purple that we're looking for, and it's just a nice dark purple. This one here was here, so a nice beautiful dark purple. Now where are we? We're at 16, which I think is a must in all collections. So I really, this is why I feel that this is a very good go-to collection. It covers your bases. You have your orange, like I said, it is a little bit more hazard, but you do have an orange, you have a pink, a blue, a green, a purple, and then here even, oh, and your black and white is your silver. I love that this set comes with a gold and silver glitter. So that is just the silver. It's just a nice see-through glitter. You could put that over anything or build it up a little bit more, and that would be perfect for a nail. And then here you have your gold. Now this I find is more of like, it's more full cover, you know what I mean? Like you get the more of the gold tones in it. That is a must. Like you get so much use out of this style of polish when it comes to really any holiday season. So that's a really nice gold glitter, and that is 17, and that is this, like so pretty. This is 3 coats because I wanted to see how full cover, and you're definitely getting full cover over 3 thin coats. And then we have a couple more. Now this is more of that, like, I think it's called like a mauve color. It's like that burgundy-ish, purpley type of color, almost like a wine color. That is really nice, and that is this color here. Perfect for autumn, like the upcoming seasons. You get a lot of use out of these colors when you just don't want to be so bright, but it's just a nice neutral. I love these type of colors. I just think they're so beautiful. Okay, so we have number 19 here. Again, this is more on the purple side. This is like a light purple, like a lavender, I would call that. But it has like, I don't know, it's gonna say it has a small hint of blue in it as well. So I guess a bluey purple. Looks a little bit more blue on camera, but it does favor the purple side more than the blue. And then last but not least, we do have our black. Now I think I'm just going to, so this is the black here, this is 2 coats, but I think I want to try that black again, as I have you guys here. If I can get a swatch stick. I should have had them on my desk, I apologize. So I always swatch when I'm not demonstrating, I swatch underneath. And the only reason I do that is because it just saves me a top coat, and it's just easier for swatches, and it's fine for swatches. Just remember, don't pull it too much because you can have curing issues, and that will not mean you'll have curing issues when you use the polish. It's just because if you're pulling it in there, it's way too thick for your light to penetrate. So you have to keep that in mind if you're doing this technique and you're like, oh my god, the polish is bad, it's not doing, it's probably because you're pulling it in there, which you wouldn't do that on your nail. So I just want to test this out on top and just see how pigmented the black is, because I did do that underneath. So there's like nothing on my brush, so let's put a little product on. And remember, with black and dark colors, you do not want to go thick. You want to keep it nice and thin because the light needs to cure it. The light still needs to penetrate through that black. Now if you put that just thick, and this goes with all polishes, but colored, deep dark colors, that's pretty good coverage for one coat. I can see here in person, you're gonna want to do 2, but like we'll just see how that goes. We'll put it in for 30 for now, is fine. So you're gonna want to make sure that is fully cured as well before you put your second layer on. Again, because it's a dark colors, the light will not be able to penetrate through it. If you keep building up the darkness of the color, it will not cure what's underneath it, if that makes sense. So you want to make sure that each layer is fully cured with any dark type of colors. If you have clear, then you can do a little bit more of a half 30 seconds because the light will still penetrate through. But any type of color, oh, I don't know why I put that away. You're gonna want to give it its full cure time. And then we're just gonna go in and do another thin layer. Like, it never fails. I'll always have fuzzies. But here we are. Like, that's perfect black. Like, you're not getting, I'm not seeing anything through that. There is nothing. I'm just seeing dark black. So I'm just going to put that in 60 seconds. Now let me check on the back of these to see. So it does not say on the back how long to cure. And you know, every system, every gel is different. Your standard usually is 60 seconds and you're pretty good to go. Cure for 30 to 60 seconds. Okay, for the polish to set. So again, you're good. You could do your 30 in between coats and then make sure just do your full 60 at the end. It's always best. Give it that 60, and then you're going to want to do your top coat and then give that at 60 as well. I usually do, if I'm doing double layers, I usually do the 30 cure time and then I'll do the 60. Like I said, make sure you're going thin though, because that still makes a big difference. Okay, we're going to pull that out 8 seconds prior to when I should, but this is just a swatch. Okay, I'm just going to let that go in quickly, give it a 30. Because it's a swatch, I'll give it 30. Normally a person 60 seconds all the way. And you still want your swatches to last. I try my best to make my swatches nice and neat. I do use a labeler for my swatches because I just find it easier. And there's been times where I've accidentally grabbed a 16 thinking it was 19, do the swatch, and then be like, oh, wrong number. The tape is so much easier because I can just peel the tape off and not waste a whole swatch if I were marking on it. Thoughts are things, thoughts are things. So there we are. That's the black 2 coats. You've seen it right here, very thin. No curing issues at all. I did have curing issues over here, and that's why I wanted to do, if you can see. See that little bubble? That is uncured gel. Because it pulled in, and I just did it a little too thick, and that can definitely happen. So again, when you're swatching underneath, be careful of that. And like I said, that might not translate to what actually is the integrity of that polish, right? It's just probably because you pulled it in there. So what I'm going to do is, again, I use these. This one is much prettier, so I'm going to keep that swatch stick. And I can throw out that other swatch stick. There we go. So that is this set. Like I said, when it doesn't have the name on the box that I've seen, but I'm pretty positive this is the Love Letter kit. So this, like I said, I think it's a great, like, I don't want to say starter kit, but like, I think it covers most of your colors. So again, here we are. They're not in order now, but you can see them all. You get most of your dark colors, your reds, your green, and then I love that it comes with the silver and gold as well. So it's a nice kit, to be honest. I have no complaints. I liked the way that the polish worked. It was very smooth. It self-leveled beautifully into each other, and no issue curing, nothing like that. For the most part, I would definitely give I give most of my gel polish, if not all of it, 2 coats, unless I'm going over it with something. But a lot of these where they could be 1 coat easy peasy and have no problem. So thank you so much to Mefa. Like I said, guys, this is an Amazon, I always say Amazon brand, but their store is on Amazon, so you can go check it out. All the links will be down below. These kits are so affordable, they're so reasonable, so make sure you go check them out if you're interested. They have a lot more things than just polishes. They have kits and other things like that, so it's definitely worth taking a look at, and I hope you guys enjoyed this swatching with me today, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye!